Hello everybody! I didn't want to record this video too early because I started this hobby about 1 year ago. So now after 1 year I have more than 200 scorpions, so I think you can trust me in that. And it's relatively fresh that I was the beginner. There is one fundamental question I would like to answer today, and the question is, which scorpion is the best to start with as a hobby? All of them, of course. I know. Don't make me pick just one. Man, picking just one. But okay, as I said before, not so long time ago, I was a beginner and I didn't know anything about the scorpions. I just wanted the scorpion to be a big black motherfucker, and I ended up with one. But okay, let's break this question down. So first of all, this question is connected with the environment, and we have three different habitat types. And the first one is arid habitat, where you keep the humidity level in between of 30 and 50%. Ideal for majority of the species is something around 40%, but if it's going to increase or decrease by 10%, 30, 50, doesn't really matter. It's low enough. Temporarily, for a short period of times, this humidity level can grow slightly up or decrease. Doesn't really matter. Second environment, second habitat is a humid habitat, where you maintain a humidity level in between of 60 and 80%. Well, actually, if it's something around 70, 75, that's the perfect humidity level. But just like for the arid, if it increase by 10%, doesn't really matter for if it's a short period of the time. Scorpions are pretty resilient animals, so they can take a lot, but don't make it a lot. Don't make it a little, okay? Don't drop your humidity too low. Don't make it too high. Be cool. It's animals we are talking about here, okay? Thank you. And the third type of the habitat we are dealing with is a mixed habitat, where this humidity is not very high, it's not very low, it's something in between of 50 and 70%. 60% is something like 55, 60 is something that should be kept here. For the mixed habitat species, it's also the question about how much time you want to spend on maintaining this habitat, your scorpion head. When we are talking about arid habitat, obviously you don't have to do much there because it has to be dry, But remember that scorpions, even desert scorpions, they have to drink from time to time. So you have to spray the enclosure every 2 weeks, and best actually is to put there a small cup of water. Scorpions like to drink. Sometimes they are just licking the water drops from the enclosure wall, so you don't have to do much there. And this is how I approach to the arid species, the desert species. I give them water. I think I spray a little one corner of the enclosure just once a week for some of the species that I observe that like to drink a lot. But every 2 weeks it's also fine. Also depends how you feed them. If you feed them with moisture bags, like really not something dry, that's enough for them. On top of drinking the water, scorpions also can absorb the water from the victims. This is how they do. When we are talking about humid habitat, obviously There is more work that needs to be done here to keep the humidity level on the proper level. How I do it, I don't use the devices that are showing the humidity level. The same with the temperature. And at the very beginning, I was putting these devices inside the enclosure. When I stopped doing it, doesn't make any sense. The temperature or humidity can be different in a different place of the terrarium enclosure. Doesn't make any sense. The observation, is more crucial. There's a lot of videos on this topic on YouTube. You can watch it. But obviously, you will learn. This is where experience matters. You will learn how to recognize the proper humidity level. But yes, I am spraying the humidity environment like every second day, something like that. But if you do that, if you spray some fog inside this enclosure, the humid enclosure, at night, it will simulate the natural environment. That's okay. Now, to keep the right humidity, I observe the substrate, and I am pouring the water inside the terrarium, because if you spray the terrarium, it will increase the humidity for a short period of the time. If you just make the ground, the substrate, wet, obviously it will keep the higher humidity. You can mix your substrate with sphagnum. Sphagnum is keeping the moisture. This is how I do it. Keeping the right humidity level. It's a form of an art. It's easy to learn, and I wish you success here. Don't dry it out, because if you dry it out, the scorpion that is craving for some humidity, it will die. And how to approach to the mixed environment? Well, this is the hardest part, because you have to spray and pour more water than for the arid habitat and less than humid habitat. I think this is the proper way I should explain it. You will learn it. I recommend humid or arid. Keeping the high humidity is not very hard, so it is your choice, arid or humid for a beginner. And when we are talking about humid environment, what are the species that I would recommend to keep? Oh, there's one more important thing to say, because when we are talking about humidity level and we are talking about scorpion age, let's say, scorpions who are younger, they need more humidity closer to the molt. If you don't create the proper environment, a little more moisture, he will suffer. He might stuck in the shed. He might molt in an incorrect way. There might be a fatality. So I wouldn't worry about adult scorpions, but if you want to keep a scorpling, you have to remember that closer to the molt, and you will recognize it instantly, because scorpion will refuse eating, and he will hide probably in the hideout. And how long it can take? Well, actually, something around a month, but it can take a longer time. Some of my forest scorpions, well, something around 3 months. But okay, forest scorpions humidity is high anyway, so. But when we are talking about arid desert scorpions that are closer to the molt, you have to observe your animal. This is my only advice. Okay, when we are talking about humid environment and habitat, which exactly scorpion species I would recommend you to have as a first scorpion? So, any kind of Heterometrus, of course. I have few of them. I have Heterometrus silenus, spinifer, longimanus, Zimmermani. What else I have? That's all, and all of them are kind of similar. Spiniferous Lenus, I think that they are the scorpions that are most popular. Longimanus is more rare, but also affordable. You can go for Gigantometrus famerdami. This is quite rare species, can be expensive, but it's like the biggest one, right? And the look is quite different from the Heterometrus, despite Gigantometrus being as Heterometrus in the past. If you want to be original and start from something really rare and exotic, Pandinoidus Cavimanus might be your choice. However, these species are quite hidden. About the hidden part of this hobby, we will talk about it in a minute. But also Pandinurus exitialis. I think Pandinurus exitialis would be my choice. However, it is a rare species. But the look of Pandinurus exitialis. That's my boy. That's my boy. Also Pandinus imperator. It was popular in the past. Now it's rare. Now it's you have to keep it legally. You need to have papers, CITES papers, so the proof that they were born in a captivity. They can be quite expensive. All of them are humid species, and that's my choices. I personally started from Heterometrus cyaneus. That's another Heterometrus that I possessed. I started from cyaneus. No, wait. Lauticus. Steven is a Lauticus. Steven was my first scorpion. It's Lauticus. So I have 5 or 6 Heterometruses in total. Nice. Cyaneus is another one I have. Cyaneus was my second species. And when we're talking about scorpion being a hidden animal, so they hide for the most of the time. Yes, of course. Humid, the Asian forest scorpions, hide more than arid scorpions. So this is also a question: which species to buy is the first scorpion? It's scorpion is an observational animal. There's not much interaction that you can possibly have with this animal. Some people are taking this animal on the hand. I don't recommend it, even if I'm doing it from time to time. Heterometrus is a safe choice, of course, if you want to handle scorpion, because it's quite harmless, but still venomous. You are doing it on your own risk, of course. Scorpion is a hidden animal. They will hide. So all the Asian forest scorpions are considered as boring animals because you don't see them much, which I not necessarily agree with, because when I purchased a Steven was my first scorpion. He was very active for the first 3 months. Every night he was coming out, roaming, walking, trying to escape. Then for 3 months it's gone. Under the ground, in their hideout, preparing to have a molt. I don't know why. Refused to take meals. Then he came out for 3 months, started to doing the routine from the very beginning, so walking, trying to escape. And then I haven't seen him for 2 months. He molted in between. Last time I have to take him out, uncover him, dig him up. Longimanus I possess also can disappear for weeks. All of them are doing that. Arid species are doing that, the same exact thing. I have a cave for my Hadurus padix, and closer to the molt, he disappeared in this cave for 2 months. So it's not only forest Asian scorpions that are disappearing from the view, but arid species can do exactly the same. But I think I can agree here that Asian forest scorpions are more hidden species. But still, there's a lot of fun from possessing this kind of scorpion. It's a big black motherfucker. Everybody wants that. So, now when we're talking about arid species, what scorpions I could recommend? And I could recommend Hadurus arizonensis. That's my first choice, I think. If you are from Europe, not from US, this is quite expensive scorpion in Europe because you have to get it from US. But definitely something interesting. It's a huge, hairy desert motherfucker. So very good choice, quite active. Mine, I have two. Well, actually, one is hidden, but he's preparing for molt, so this is understandable. But the other one is coming out not every night, but often. He is taking food. I can recommend it. The species I absolutely adore is Hadurus spadix. This guy is just amazing. I have it for 7 months, I think, maybe 8. He's very active. Beside the time when he disappeared for molt, to 2 months, he's just coming out every night. Sometimes in the broad daylight, and he's just digging and changing the enclosure, like moving this piece of sand from one corner to another. A lot of movement, a lot of fun. I love to watch how they dig. If you don't know how they dig, find the fuck out, okay? This is interesting. If you want something cheaper, you can go for Smaringurus genus or Paraveiovis genus. I recommend Smaringurus. Paraveiovis, I didn't have much fun from watching this guy. I don't know, he was quite inactive. But Smaringurus mesaensis, Smaringurus vachoni, definitely a good replacement for Hadurus. Very interesting species. I don't remember the venom potency, but the venom potency of arid species is higher than Asian forest scorpions, okay? But still, Hadurus arizonensis or Smaringurus mesaensis are not super venomous, but still venomous, okay? Remember about that. And what can be other choice than these? Some people recommend the flat rock scorpions, but I found them quite boring, to be honest. More boring than Asian forest scorpions. This is hidden species. Like, people used to say that, how to recognize if your flat rock scorpion is in good shape. You don't see much. Yeah, this is what is happening with mine. So I wouldn't recommend flat rock scorpions as a first scorpion, definitely. However, this is a Hadurus paucidens, for example. I have 3 of them. Now, very beautiful species. Very beautiful species. But I wouldn't recommend it as a first, definitely not. What about Scorpiomaurus palmatus? This is also something that is quite popular in the hobby. Also, I wouldn't recommend this as a first one because the habitat here it's more mixed than arid, so it's more maintenance around this species, and it's a super boring. I have 4 or 5 of them since September, and I didn't see how they eat, man. I haven't. But watching the reaction to the movement, You know, they're super aggressive. It's fun to watch, but beside this, hidden species, not much action here. I wouldn't recommend it as a first, as a second, and as a 10th, of course. Now, so this is my selection for the scorpions that should be a first in your hobby. But if you have a different opinion, please share, write a comment, let me know in a direct message. Also, remember this. This is a cool fun fact about breeding a scorpions, having a scorpions. It won't stop on one. If you like it, you will get for more, and you will just ignore this video because it won't help you, you know. Choose one scorpion for now. No, it never ends with just one. It's like tattoos, you know, in my opinion. So that's all from my side. This is the selection I made for you based on my experience, and I wonder what your opinion is, to be honest. Write a comment, and please share what was your first scorpion, and if you could go back, what would be your first choice? I hope I helped for all of you who wants to start breeding scorpions and wondering which one to choose as the first. I wish you luck in breeding scorpions, of course. This is a fun hobby. And see you in the next video. Thank you for today. Have a great day or night. Bye. Just look how busy this guy is. And dragging rocks. Digging, huh? You see how he's doing that? Busy guy. I bet he's trying to build something for a mold. Look how fun it is.